how do you explain to your parents, mom, dad, I'm gonna sit in a room and make beats, make music, and I'm not gonna become a doctor. I'm not gonna be a lawyer. I'm not gonna be, what you guys
Right.
wanted. What's that conversation like? And then them to see your success now, you know.
Well, I remember the conversation when I told my mother I was dropping out of college.
Wow.
It didn't. I mean, I had to hang up on her because
Wow.
she just didn't see what I saw. And I mean, granted, for her, I understood why she was very much upset. Like she came from Haiti. Her dream was for me to go to college and become a doctor, lawyer, engineer, which most, you know, West Indian families believe that's the only occupation that exists in the world. And so when I tell her, I'm dropping out of school to do music, it just not something that she was willing to kind of accept at the time.
Right.
My dad was a little bit more supportive. He's, just because he's always been an advocate of me doing something that I really love. So, that happens, and then throughout the way, parents get a little uneasy because they, on the grind, you eating off the dollar menu at Wendy's. Me and Verse.
They got some good stuff on that dollar menu.
Yeah, I know. I can tell you. I can pretty much tell you like the entire dollar menu. So me and Verse, man, like we struggled, we grinded it out.
Yeah.
We had a lot of faith. Your parents don't want to see. They don't want to see their kids struggle and choose something that kind of is the hardest thing.
Right.
For them, they want the least like the least resistance. The part that's gonna get you to where you want to get the fastest. But no, we toughed it out, and my dad's extremely happy. He's trying to find like all of the records that I produced on, and my mom's calling saying like, yeah, so and so from the church, her son does music, you should listen to it. So now she's like a personal A&R all of a sudden. So
right. What was that like, that meeting and you getting invited to work on Watch Your Throne?
I remember I was in a movie theater with my mom.
Wow.
And I get a text like, yo, you have to go to the airport like right now because they want you to go work on the album. So that was a very easy way for me to tell moms like I'm not really feeling the movie. Like, yo, look, we gotta go,
Yeah.
But and so I dropped her off.
And I guess not to cut you off, but I guess like, having worked on Man Down on Loud, and Rihanna's a huge star, and you didn't get a chance to actually work in the studio with her, but then you have a couple months later, Kanye and Jay are like, we need you to come work. I mean, that's kind of serious.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
In a very short time. No, it's man, it's all not real to me.
Are you serious?
It hasn't. A lot of people they've said like, yo, Sham, it hasn't sunk in. It hasn't, because it's like me taking my nephew to Toys R Us and saying I could get whatever you want, and he's just sitting there because he doesn't know where to go. For me, it's like this is like you dream about it and now I'm living it.
Right.
So what happens is you start to realize that your dreams are a lot bigger than what you thought they were. And now, I'm focused on dreaming bigger now, not to downplay the success that I've had, but it's, the success that I have had has helped me realize that, some of the things that I kind of desire in life now are a lot bigger than what I thought. Because before it was just a kid who wanted to go to the Grammys and be nominated. Now I'm here,
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I need something else, and so I don't allow. I bought the CD. I bought 3 copies. I bought one, opened it, played it. I bought another one, kept it in plastic, and I bought another one to give to my mom, and she just looked at it like, okay, well,
this is nice.
In it. This is.
But I'm not gonna listen to this because this is secular.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, well, good, But
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm just on the move, like, I think there's so much more that I want to do, and I realize that now, as opposed to 5 years ago when I thought all I wanted to do was just produce for Jay-Z and Kanye West.
So let's back up a little bit. You jump into 2020, but we gotta talk about this Jay-Z Kanye thing. So you walk into the room, Jay-Z and Kanye there. You fly to, where is it, Europe or?
New York.
To New York.
Fly to New York.
Mercer Hotel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
what I mean, they already heard a reference to something you did already, which made you even get invited.
They had gotten a copy of the Who Gon Stop Me, and they
one of my favorite records on the album.
I appreciate.
Not because I'm interviewing you.
Right.
It's
serious. I appreciate that. And they loved that, and so I got invited to go back up. I had sent a beat. Excuse me. That ended up being Made in America. That Frank Ocean. I guess he was laying something to it, and I guess because they heard that, they, I guess, like, Kanye is such, his mind is just always thinking ahead of where he's at. Like his desire is to make the best music possible.
Period.
And actually, yeah, just like period. Like, that's his goal, and it kind of changed my perspective on how I create. My goal now is very much to make the best music possible and just put it out there and exhaust all my resources and energy into making whatever piece of music that I'm working on the best I could possibly be.
Right.
And so sitting in a room, Kanye's, spit me ideas that he has, and he's like, what would you add to this? And I'm like, dog, like, it sounds fine to me. It sounds great. Like, what do you mean, what should I add? But I guess what he was doing, and I didn't realize it till later, that he was challenging like the now. He wanted to look past the now. What could we add that 5 years from now could be that big of a difference, to mean a world of a difference to this piece of music.
Right.
And so, I mean, it was incredible. Like, his passion for it, his desire for perfection is so much. I really appreciate it. And then Jay,
wow. So you locked up in a room with them for 2 days, or how did?
Well, I had my own separate room to just work on music and work on ideas, and Kanye'd come and listen to it and say, add this, take this out, add this, take this out, and
Were you intimidated by that? Like, something that you thought was hot he didn't like, or
nah, because he let me know. He's such a fan of music. He's just a fan, and whoever contributes to that, he's a fan of. So immediately, the first time I met him, he told me straight, he's like, yo, I like your shit.
Period.
Like, yeah, he's like, and once, when someone of in his position and what he's accomplished tells you that, and he says, like, how could I make this better, and what could you do to add to this, and let's try this, man, you put, you do your job, you do what you were asked to do, and that was to put all my energy into contributing to making this piece of art better. So I was never intimidated, I was never nervous about anything. I just wanted to make sure that the music was dope, because at the end of the day, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to make sure this music dope. And
right.
I remember the first time I heard what Jay did to Who Gon Stop Me, and I just looked at him like
is that my production?
Yeah, not even. I'm it's hard for creative people who are contributing to a project to still be fans, because you're in creative mode.
Right.
But that moment, I was still a fan, because I'm listening to what he's saying, and I'm like, I forgot that it was my beat. That was just later, But to hear what he did to it, and he knew it. Like Jay knew, like this is so easy.
Mm-hmm,
are we serious? Do I really have to answer any more questions on anything? You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he still approaches it as if people are trying to take it away from him,
like it's 96, it's reasonable doubt. Yeah.
There's no reason or no excuse for me not to go as hard as I do, or even think that I can't go harder, because these guys, they've done everything, and they're still doing things that nobody else has done. So knowing that, I have to approach every situation as if the best guy out is outworking me.